Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tatiana and I'm the owner of Tati Designs, and today I will be telling you guys how you can make money using your printer. So let's get started. So for my business, I have two printers. I have the Epson EcoTank 283, which is my sublimation printer, and I also have the EcoTank 2800, which is my regular printer. So I'm going to tell you guys two different ways you can make money using a sublimation printer and a regular printer. So for the first slide I'll be doing is how to make money using your sublimation printer. So you will be making sublimation products. So me, I converted my printer to a sublimation printer. I just got the printer and didn't use the ink that came with it. I had to buy sublimation ink to turn it into a sublimation printer. Once you convert the printer into a sublimation printer, you can no longer use it as a regular printer. You have to use sublimation paper, sublimation ink. You cannot change it back into a regular printer. So these are the ways that I make money using my sublimation printer. So the first thing I do is I make t-shirts. So I make sublimation t-shirts. The t-shirts have to be 100% polyester or have a high count of polyester, like a blend of polyester and cotton. But me, I get the 100% polyester so the image can stick on and it won't it won't fade away. So I make t-shirts. I go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby to get my blanks. What I was about to say. I go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby to get my t-shirt blanks, or you can also order them off of Amazon or any other place you can find. Well, you can actually go anywhere. You can find 100% polyester shirts. You can get them. So I use that, and I use my heat press, and I sell my shirts for $20 each. So that's one way that I make money. So that's a good amount of money I make. $20 for a shirt, that's not bad. The second way I make money using my printer is I make custom tumblers. So I do sublimation tumblers. I go to Hobby Lobby to get mine. They're only like, I think they raised the price to $7 now. So it's stainless steel tumblers. I get the white ones. They have white and silver. I like the white ones better. The silver ones are okay, but I don't really like the look of them. I sell my tumblers for $15 each, and they do go up if they're customized. Like if I have to put a face on them or like do memorial ones, they go up to like probably $20, $25. So that's another way. And I use my auto tumbler press for that. So those are two different machines I have to go with my printer. So I have a auto heat press to do like t-shirts, tote bags, stuff like that. And then I have a tumbler press, which I use to do like my drinkware, my tumblers, and my mugs. So you can also invest in that. But I do know that they have, I don't know where you can get them from, but they got one where it's like a 2-in-1 or like a 3-in-1. So you can have the heat press, the tumbler press, and the hat press. But I don't have that one. I have two different machines. So anyways, the next thing I make is tote bags. So also Hobby Lobby, Michael's, they have a designated section for sublimation products, but also at least at my Michael's, they have a little aisle where they have reusable tote bags that are someone's buying my face, that they have 100% polyester tote bags, reusable tote bags. So I got some of those. They're only like $2 and I believe 49 cents. So as long as it's 100% polyester, I keep thinking I'm seeing something in my face. I don't know. It's like not lint, but like the little dust stuff. As long as it's 100% polyester, you can sublimate on it. And along with that, as long as it's 100% polyester for shirts and tote bags, they have to be a light color. So like cream, tan, or white, light gray, because sublimation won't show up on dark colors unless you get the sublimation HTV, like the sublimation vinyl, to go over it and then you press the image on to the vinyl. But I don't like doing that. It takes too long to do that. So I just rather get the light colors so I can sublimate right on. The next thing I make is pillow covers. I get my blanks from Hobby Lobby. I've actually been doing pretty well selling Oh, my tote bags. I forgot to say. I sell my tote bags for $10 unless they're customized. Then the price goes up. So everything I do can be customized, and the price goes up for customization. But that's like the base rate of how much it costs, and then the price can go up. So pillow covers, I've been doing well with these. So I get my blanks from Hobby Lobby. They're about, I think, $2 or $3. I think they're $2.99. I get them from there. Michael's also have them, but they're more expensive, so I go to Hobby Lobby. I just did some pillow covers because I have a craft event on Saturday, so I believe I did 5 or 6 of them. So I sell my pillow covers for $10, and then I also stuff them as well. But for the craft event, I didn't stuff them because it would be hard for me to transport them because they're going to be bulky. So I do pillow covers. I sell those for $10. I do bags. So like along with the tote bags, they're called persona strings. They're at Hobby Lobby. So like they're little. I don't have one in here, but it's like kind of like a little crossbody bag, and it's like you can put stuff in there. It's like a purse kind of. I do those. So I do those with vinyl, iron-on vinyl, and I do those with sublimation. So those I sell for $5. I also make mugs. I use my printer, and I use my tumbler press with that. And my mugs go for about $6. Price goes up as well with customization. I do puzzles. I offer different varieties of puzzles, so like you can get ones for anniversaries, memorials. All these items I'm saying can be customized for birthdays, memorials, anniversaries, weddings, baby showers, etc. Whatever event. So I don't market it just for one event. Like I can say you can customize it for any occasion. And then not the last thing I do, because I do other things, but the last thing I wrote down on here is blankets. I don't think I will be doing blankets any longer because they take up so much time and they waste so much paper. I literally had like almost a full pack of paper, and I only have a few sheets left from doing a blanket today. If I don't do, I might not do adult blankets. Like I won't pre-make them and sell them like that because they might not sell. I might only do it like on occasions if somebody wants to order one, then I'll do it because it takes a lot to make the blankets. And it's like with the heat press, the high temperatures, I was doing it today and the sweat was just dripping off my head. Like I was so hot doing it. But those are the things that I do. I also do hoodies as well, and it's really hard finding sublimation hoodies. I had to order one off of Amazon, but the thing was, it was an Asian vendor, a Chinese vendor, and the sizes are different. It came from China, so the sizes were different. So it said, what was it? A medium, you had to get go 2 sizes up, so a medium, large, extra large. So I had to order an extra large, but when it came in the mail, it was actually bigger than what it was supposed to have been. So the sizing is inconsistent. So it's really hard to try to find sublimation hoodies. Now, if I were to do hoodies with vinyl, it's pretty easy to find them because you can go to Walmart, Target, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere and find a plain hoodie that's cotton. But polyester, that's the one that's hard to find. Anyways, on to how to make money using your regular printer. So my regular printer, I have an EcoTank 2800. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands so much, but I have an EcoTank 2800, which I use to make my regular items. So I have a couple of things that I listed on here that you can do as well, that I do to make extra money. So let's go. The first thing I do is I make coloring pages. So I also sell them digitally on, I don't know, I keep messing up my words, on my Etsy. Have I had any luck with Etsy so far? No, but hopefully I will make some sales soon because these fees are stacking up, and I keep making more listings, and it's like it keeps going, and it's, I don't know what to do. But coloring pages, they're pretty easy to make. So I use Canva to edit all my my pictures. So say like this is me on the video. So pretend this is like a picture. I can take the picture, put it into Canva, and I can actually turn this, like a live picture, into a coloring page. So you can turn it like a picture of an actual person into a coloring page. You can take characters, you can make your own. You can do stuff like, my back hurts, that's why I'm stretching. Ow. I just popped something. You can do it like that. Canva, for me, I got a certification in Canva because I took some of the courses that was offered on Canva. So yeah, I got a certificate from Canva. So I'm a pro. And anyways, another thing that I do is I make stickers. That's been a popular thing lately. And also my stuff I list on Facebook. That's where I get majority of my sales from, is Facebook and Facebook Marketplace. So I do stickers, which you need a printer, and then you also need some kind of cutting machine. So you can have a Cricut, what's the other ones? A Silhouette machine, what is it called? A Juliet. HT. I know HT Runt has a cutting machine. Any cutting machine like that you can get. And they cut. You just have to learn. I only know how to use Cricut. I had never used any of the other ones. I do have a Silhouette Portrait 3, but I never found out how to use it. So my mom got it for me, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. Buttons. So I wish I brought some examples in here, but so from Hobby Lobby, they have these things called designer buttons. That's what I use because I don't have a button press yet. And they come in 2.5 and 3.5 inches. And I do those, I sell them for, the big ones $5, small ones $2. But of course, that's the base rate. If I have to do custom memorial ones, the price goes up. For example, for the 2.5 ones, you can get a dozen of those for $42, and then you can get 3 big ones for $24. So I have different packages of what you can get. So the buttons, you don't have to have a Cricut machine, but I don't have the other tools to use to cut the circles out. So I use my Cricut machine to cut out the circles and to edit the images in there. I use Canva to make the circles. So like, say if I have like a design, I don't have nothing in here, but like I have a design and it's like a square. I go on Canva, I do a circle, and I reshape it, and then I save it, put it into a design space, and I clear the background, and then I resize it so it can fit in the button properly. So just to let you know, if you do get the 3.5 inch, size it, and you do use the Cricut design space, size it down to a 3.4 because that will fit into the button just the right size, because the 3.5 is going to be too big. Even though that's what it says on the package, it's a 3.5, size it down to a 3.4. I've wasted so much paper messing it up. And the same with the 2.5, size it down to about a 2.4 or a 2.3 so it can fit in the button correctly. I also make water bottles using my printer. So I use printable vinyl. I get it from Hobby Lobby, and I get water bottles. You can get water bottles from anywhere. It's better to get like cheaper blanks. Don't spend like $20 on a water bottle and sell it for like $20 because you're gonna make your money back, but you're not making any profit. I keep messing up my words. You're not gonna make any profit, and I had to learn that the hard way. I never bought a $20 water bottle and did that, but I get like you can go to Five Below, Dollar Tree, Walmart might have some affordable options, places like that. Five Below, you can go to and find that. And then like I just find images on Canva like of cartoon characters or whatever, and I go on design. I use my Cricut again, and I edit the image, make sure it will fit on the water bottle, and I cut it out using the Cricut. Now, some people can use their hands, like an X-Acto knife or scissors to cut, but I do not have a steady hand. My hands, the problem I have is like I get really shaky when I do stuff, so it's not gonna be even. It's gonna be terrible. So that's why I would rather use my Cricut machine to do that than using my hands. The next thing I make is composition notebooks. So the blanks I get from Walmart. When I got them, I had a whole box and it came to only like $5 because each composition notebook was only 38 cents. So check Walmart and Target. Dollar Tree, their composition notebooks are $1, so that's why I say check Walmart or Target because they're only 38 cents. Might be more depending on the location, but where I am, they're only 38 cents. And then I use sticker paper to cover the front and the back. And again, I use Canva to edit the images to put on there and resize it. And the only other tool I use to make the composition notebooks is an X-Acto knife to make sure, like, to cut away the extra pieces. That's all I use for that one. So it's pretty easy. And an X-Acto knife, you can get those. Dollar Tree, they have them, but I got one from there, but I don't know how good they are. I got a new one from, I think I got mine from Michael's. It was only $3. So check Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, maybe Target or your local store to see if you can find an affordable X-Acto knife. Business cards. So instead of like the small cards, a lot of people have been asking me to do like what I get from Walmart, and they're only like $1, but right now they're on sale for 72 cents. So you get 100 pack of blank index cards, and I use those and I create business cards for people. So like they are larger. They're like probably like this big, probably smaller. And I do 10 for $5. That's the way I make money. And then the last one I do, not the last one, because I still do a lot of other stuff, but I'm just saying the last one that I listed down that I do is party favors. So I do custom party favors like chip bags, Skittle wrappers, M&Ms, stuff like that. And I use my printer to do that, of course. I use my printer to do that. But I use glossy photo paper. People use Koala or other brands that I don't know what other brands. I only see Koala. But me, I use the Walmart glossy photo paper. I just found out that Michael's, they have glossy photo paper, but you only get 25 for, I believe, 10. And at Walmart, you get 50 for about 10, maybe 11 with tax. So it's a lot of tutorials out here. I might do tutorials soon when I get orders, because business has been really slow lately. But you can really do a lot of things with your printer. You don't just like let it sit there and collect dust. You can be making money out here. And it's a lot of things you can do without having to have like a physical printer, like the stuff that I just listed. If you don't have a printer, you can still make it and do print on demand and make money that way, where you don't have to have actual inventory. So you can still make money, but somebody else makes it for you. You make the design, but somebody else makes it for you and sells it for you, but you still get paid to do it. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.